Well, hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the podcast about action figures. But you know, it's a little bit edgier. You might even say it's a little bit extreme. And I know something about extreme because I'm the franchise Shane Douglas. Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast, the gold standard. Tune in or get your you-know-what franchise. Now cut the music.
Whoa! We are live on YouTube. I am your host, baby, Will the Thrill. And this is amazing because, Joe, we got a new format here for the podcast. We are going to be live on YouTube once a week discussing wrestling figures here at the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast Uncensored! Oh my God. Look at that. Look at those guns.
$40 tattoo. No tip.
No tip. No tip. So, everybody, if you're not familiar with us, we're the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. You can find us, again, live here every week on YouTube, our YouTube channel. So go hit that subscribe button. Obviously, like this video if you like this video. Like the podcast. So I've been going through a lot of problems. I can't edit podcasts. We're going to do it live. We're going to do it uncensored, Joe. Are you freaking psyched about this?
Amped up, man. I'm ready. I got my Google Keep podcast notes here. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Dude, I am so psyched to just be giving our listeners a new, some new content, obviously, since I'm not being able to edit these podcast episodes on time. I'm still editing episode pre-Wrestlemania, man.
I know we're putting the Wrestlemania show up. It's like 5 weeks ago. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
I know. I'm sorry, listeners, but it's just been tough. And this is kind of just a means to means, whatever. It is just going to be something fun. And we need to do this so we get some content out to you. It's going to be uncensored, unedited. So there's going to be a lot of ums and hey and oh and yeah, all those things are going to be in there. So we also have to be on our best behavior, Joey. We know Joe likes to get a little crazy on here sometimes, so we just got to make sure that we're on our best behavior to a certain extent. But thank you so much for joining us, welcoming in everybody on the YouTube channel. We got 130 subscribers. We're super psyched to be doing this. And Joe, so dude, I'm your host, Will the Thrill.
I'm your host, Joe Static. Here I am.
Here we are.
This is that annoying voice you get to see up close and in person. It's YouTube channel right now, because when you listen to a podcast, you're probably giving your phone or your laptop a middle finger when I'm talking, so you can do it to your screen now.
Yeah, live and in person. You can give us all the middle figures you want. We're going to be breaking wrestling figures down every single week on here. We're super excited. I mean, Joe, we got to get right into this thing, we are super ready to go. Guys and gals, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SQDCircleAFP. Just go there. We're trying to do a better job with the Instagram content. I head up the Instagram page. Joe Static heads up the Twitter page, and he's been doing a great job over there, man. You've been having a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, it's a little different world than Instagram. I feel like Twitter, I've been building, man. I've been building on there, posting a lot of figures from our collections on there. And overall, I think, I follow everybody that follows us. I try to, comment, like things, keep things tight on there, grow, the people that like our content on there and give back as well. So, you get a couple pain in the asses people on there, but that's just social media in general. You can't get into it in the gorilla position a little bit, but you got the one comment people on there, they do the I'm going to say my piece in one comment and I'm never going to answer back, which I love, but that's just social media in general. They just want to do that,
Of course.
A lot of that on there.
Of course. It's always,
That figure is not good after you say it, or you're like, this figure a spot on there, it's not spot on, and then you try to comment back, but they said their piece, so I'm pretty much giving you the middle finger on there.
I know. So it's just the norm. I think social media has been created for everybody to have a voice, which is great, but it's a bad thing as well because, again, we want to be constructive in our criticism. We want to be a little funny as well sometimes. So don't get too offended. We're not really, don't take anything to heart that we say that's quote unquote offensive here. We just are having a good time. We're just having a lot of fun, and we're just giving you the reality of the situation in most of the cases, whether it be a fig hunt situation or if we talk about, wrestling fans and stuff like that. We're just generalizing based on our experience because, I mean, we've been doing this for a long time and we continue to say that. We've just been doing it for a long time. And we'll go from there. Joe, really quickly, I don't know if anybody's even in here. I just want to make sure that we sound okay. I hear you. I want to make sure everybody here's everything. I'm also going to pull it up here on my phone real quick because we had to get on here very, very fast to make sure our listeners literally just saw what we were doing, etc. Yeah, we looking good. Yeah, I like Joe. I think if you move closer to the door, I think you would be better, a little bit better on the video there. No, move the camera away from the door now. Yeah, a little more. There you go. There you go, buddy.
I was trying not to show all the storage in the background.
Oh, it's fine. Who cares? This is now you got to set a backdrop up, but it's okay. Hey, look I'm in the middle. I have set this is makeshift really right now for me as well. So I just had to set this up real quick in my freaking bedroom right now. As everybody knows, I'm moving.
Or like, what serious collectors are in a storage room without their figures all in the background?
Yeah, where are the fancy dancy
You're a
cases?
Serious collector? Hey, are you a serious collector? You don't have a wrestling room?
Oh, please. Come on now. Stop that nonsense. Oh, God. So anyway, no, you look good now. I don't think your mic's connected right, but we'll address that in the next episode. I think that you're using your microphone on your computer, but I don't know. That's probably an audio setting through Discord that you have to set like you did with the video. So I don't know if you want to pop it over now or...
pop the mic in?
Yeah, you should pop the mic in. I mean, and get some good audio at the very least. And again, guys, we're just
pop
that mic in, get it in there. Make sure you sound good.
Let me see here. I'm going to go to settings.
Oh, there you go. I think you're already on, bro. I can hear you better.
Discord has detected a new audio device.
You sound good now.
That better?
Oh, that's better right there.
Hello?
Oh, see, guys, he's got it. Now we have all our audio and visuals.
Wait, hold on. I can't hear you now.
Oh yeah, because you have to put in headphones. Headphones. Put your headphones on.
There.
Put your headphones on.
There.
Get your headphones. Oh, Joe is technologically inclined. There you go. You can hear me. You got to use your headphones, bro.
All right, hold on one sec. I'm back to the default.
Yeah, you got to use your headphones, bro.
Hello?
Yes. Use your headphones.
I'm going to use your headphones in a minute. Wait,
I want to kill you.
I
have you on the internal speakers right now. Hold on.
Okay. Now pop me on the headphones. Technical difficulties, guys. Don't worry. We're getting it right here.
Ouch.
Can you hear me?
Default internal.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're not coming through the... hold on. Let me double check something. 1 second.
So, guys...
Hello?
Yep.
All right, I got the headphones in.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Man, all right, I can hear you on the phones, and can you hear me better through the mic?
Oh, it sounds beautiful. It's like smooth like a baby's behind, baby.
Yo, I'm here. Yo, motherfucker, I'm here. I don't know if you could say that here.
Well, we'll know for certain. I have this 18 or older, I believe. But okay, guys. So let's get back to the episode again. Follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Instagram at SQD Circle AFP.
Circle AFP.
We are live. This is our Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast, Uncensored. We're going live tonight. We'll be doing this every single week because I can't edit podcasts. And it'll be fun because it'll be live. It'll be interactive. We'll have people on here. We're going to actually put more people on here. We're going to have Joe. We're going to have guests. We're going to be just rocking and rolling for about 2 hours once a week talking wrestling figures. So, Joe, let's get right into it, baby.
So, I have in the notes, it's probably, say it's beaten to death. Go over some of the, I guess, the WrestleMania Mattel reveals. Do you give a shit about any of those?
Yeah, we do. And I'm going to bring them up on the browser over here. So you guys are going to just, we're going to disappear for a little bit. So yeah,
I can't see you, and I'm probably not going to be able to see any of this, which kind of sucks. But
well, here's our Instagram page, and we're gonna make sure that you can see us moving forward. I don't know how we're gonna be able to do that, Joe, but I think what we'll do is maybe you can open up another browser window or something like that, and watch the YouTube as we go along. But I would just pull up for now a browser window of the reveals, and we'll go over them. I'm on our Instagram page. Everybody can see that right now on YouTube Live. So go to the Instagram page at SQD Circle AFP. We actually reached 1,780 followers, which is great. We finally got to that threshold. We're almost at 1,800. We're going to do a 2,000 follower giveaway, guys. And look, we got some great content up here. I mean, we do post a lot of great stuff. We post about our podcast episodes and whatnot. But for the purposes of going over the access reveals, I'm just going to head over to D Freedom. I mean, he's got all the photos right there. And we're going to talk about the AEW reveals too a little bit, but we'll start with access here. So I'm on D Freedom's site because he just has
D Freedom looks like he's a Power Ranger fan. He looks like one of those Power Ranger guys.
Could be. I mean, he may be a reincarnated one. Who the hell knows? But I'm scrolling down here. We're gonna start with let's start with the Masters. What do you think? Does it get you pumped up? I mean, I think the lineup is great with having the 4 retro guys in there.
You know what, Will? You know me. I kind of dropped off the line after Series 3. Andre, you know what? I would probably take the gear off all these. I'm kind of like one of those Masters of the Universe kind of tournament to Remco kind of guys. The Brett's cool. You got to have Brett. JYD, I'm a Junkyard Dog fan. I like JYD. Sergeant Slaughter, I never liked. The Andre kind of looks like crap. I'll probably pass on all these, but the Brett, I said, yeah, I keep them on card, but these will probably look cool without the gear on, the Masters gear. That's the only reason I collect them, to be honest.
Yeah, and you look at it, I mean, they're an estimated release date of Q3 2021. We'll be lucky to probably see these before 2022. I actually like oops, sorry guys. Sorry, I'm scrolling back. I actually like this set. I actually like that it's all retro guys. I do like the Bret Hart. I do like the JYD. I actually think the Sergeant Slaughter looks great too. I actually like him probably the most out of all these as far as even just the gear they gave him. But I agree, the Andre looks a little odd. I don't like the Andre in the gear, but I agree with you. I think this is a set that you should get, and you should get it and take all this shit off of them if you can,
I'm going to JY your D next time I see you.
You always say that, So
yeah, that's one of my things.
Well, hey, you can JY me D and or my D, and we'll go from there. And yeah, so that's Masters. I don't know much more after this how much I would want. Again, you're getting deep in this line. We have so many retro guys released. I don't know what else they're gonna do.
Kind of, I'm on the Dexter Loomis train a little bit. I think he's kind of cool. I'm kind of getting the gimmick finally after like 5 years. Took me that long because I just really didn't understand what the hell he was doing in the ring and his gimmick. Yeah. I'm kind of getting it now, and I'm kind of liking it a little more. I like his moveset. It goes with the gimmick. I like how he operates in the ring. I like the finisher. So I might get that figure.
So for the basic 123, you're thinking about Dexter Loomis. I told you this. I mean, I'm not getting any of these. Maybe I'll pick up the Kane. So we're not going to talk much about them at all. I mean, they're just not doing it for me. You got the SummerSlam series. I'm actually...
SummerSlam 86?
Oh, I'm actually very disappointed in the SummerSlam series. After 2 years, Mattel has really given us like some great SummerSlam figs in this line. And this year, I think it's just a complete flop compared to the other 2 years. Not a complete flop as a overall set, but just compared to those other 2 years of SummerSlam series in the Elite line, I think this one is a little bit of a letdown for me personally.
Yeah, I don't mind it that much. I don't like Triple H figures. You know, I say that on the podcast. If you listen, I'm not a big Triple H person. I think this version of Triple H I like. And the Sid, I'm like, oh God, the Sid Justice. I'm like, whatever. It's the same Fiend again 100 times. You knew that was coming. I do like the Seth Rollins. Once again, I don't like Seth Rollins figures, but I like this Seth Rollins just because he has the throwback Rey Mysterio gear. He comes with the kendo stick. So I'll probably get that Seth Rollins just based on the gear. I think the gear is cool. Maybe one of those Triple H's I'll pull the trigger on. And what are you thinking about the Mustafa? What the fuck is that?
Well, my take is. I mean, I don't know. So here's the thing. Let's go over the series real quick. My take. I'm not gonna get the Fiend. I'm going to get Sid Justice just for the sake of it. I do like that it is a 2-in-1 figure. The Miz is a great looking figure, but again, I'm not a Miz fan, so I'm not going to get that figure. The Rollins, I agree with you. The Triple H's, I'm going to pass on. I don't need him from this era. I just don't feel like the need for these two figures. The Carmella's a pass. I personally, now getting to the Mustafa, I like the Mustafa. I think they did a great job on Mustafa, and I love how they did the molded pants with texture, and then the cloth goods shirt. So it kind of it goes really well together, and it's something unique that we haven't seen Mattel do in this style, like that kind of jacket that's cloth, and then the kind of more textured molded pant detail. And if they do Slaughter like this, I love it. I think it's great. It's from a very memorable moment. I'm getting it, man. I might get two of these just to bust it out of the package, man.
I might pick it up and take a shit on it. I don't know yet. It might be one of those. Might be one of those figures that I open up and flush down the toilet.
Yeah, I just think it's a great figure. I think they did a good job. So that's my take on the Mustafa. I know you're not from that comment. You're not a big fan, I'm assuming.
No, I'm only kidding. I'll probably pick it up just to waste money. You know what, Will? Speaking of the Sid Justice, I do like the 2-in-1 figure. I like that gear, like the UK Gloob, I believe. It's that similar kind of color, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I mean it's more of a reddish color. It's not really pink. I don't know. I don't.
It's kind of there though. It's close.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the figure. I think this, they want to give you a 2-in-1. I don't know about that. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. But oh hey, Kaylin's here. You're how you doing? That's your family member, right? Is that your sister?
Yeah, it's my. I sorry guys, I can't see on my screen the YouTube, so I can't see who's logging on or commenting. Willie's gonna have to. What's up?
Yeah, I know. Guys, I'm so sorry. There's going to be a way that we can do this a little better, but this was really rough shot. 2 hours in, boom, 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 old-fashioned Discord, OBS. I gotta get that. Exactly. Let's get a 4K camera going, and we're rolling. So we'll get better with the tech. The next series, I guess, we'll discuss. I don't really even care about the elites like Asuka and Candice and all these other guys. I don't really care.
Are you showing the images on the screen?
I am I am.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm just moving upwards past the Mustafa.
Dude, honestly, from the takeover, I was kind of a fan. I do like Santos Escobar. I know you're probably like, I don't give a crap about that guy. Yeah. But dude, he's growing on me too, man. Kind of like Loomis. His match at Takeover his past week with Kushida as well. He lost the belt. I think he's really good, man. I'm actually getting a little behind him. You got a couple more renders here. Warlord, I'm kind of on the fence about. I'll probably pick it up because it's a retro. Big. The next couple of ones, Will, if you're on that page, we're going to get into, and we might want to jump right in. I know you ordered it. I know I ordered it. Ringside exclusive Cactus Jack with the wrong tag title.
Yeah, well, I ordered 3. I mean, regardless of it having the wrong tag title, I mean, look, what did they say? Beggars can't be choosers. So I mean, this figure's amazing.
I usually don't care, man, but that tag title is just God. It's like the 1999 title.
Yeah, they weren't going to give us that old school one. We'll never get those old school ones. So I mean, just
remember what I said on the podcast. Somebody might know somebody with that New Jack tag title with the spray paint on it with the X.
No, I know, but
if I get my hands on that,
look, you may get it. You may get it sooner than later. I mean, that is a gem. That's a grail. But for this figure, getting back to the figure for figure's sake, ECW blood T-shirt. You get the tag title regardless. It's an updated Jack that looks incredible. I was all in for 3. I got 2 tag titles.
That's true.
Baggage. I got one to just open up and play around with. I'm wondering if the shirt has a back hit. I think this is the Join the Revolution shirt. I'm pretty sure. I'm not positive, but you know me. I got stacks of vintage ECW shirts here, as you can see. But
no.
Yeah. So anyway, no, not you, but our listeners and our watchers. The packaging's going to be great too.
Looks good, man. Yeah, the cactus looks good. You can't go wrong with the cactus. I think the packaging, like you said, is going to look good. And speaking of McFoley, what do you think of the Elite Collection 2-pack, the Rock and Sock?
At first, I wasn't a big fan of it, but it makes sense. We do have the Rock and Sock Connection jackets. We do have it, in that defining moments rock. So I think it does make sense to get an updated version of him in a better look, and you have Rocco and Sacco. At first, I wasn't in on it, but then I gave it a look a few times, and I can get behind it. I don't mind this one. I'm not overly enthusiastic. Like, if they never gave it to us, I would be fine about it, but to have it is like, okay, I'll take one.
Because I feel like if you look at the other 2-packs, they definitely increase in value from what I see over the course of time.
Yeah, and so I'm just going to...
2-packs are definitely going to raise in value as, time goes on.
I agree, and I don't have this... it's so funny. I forget that we're on the browser mode, but if I go back real quick here, I can show you of a 2-pack of something that we just... really quickly, I just got here and I'm on. This is the Mr. T and Rowdy Piper 2-pack, and it was back on Ringside Collectibles, guys, and I just got it and I was lucky to get it, and so that was fun there. You're right, it just skyrocketed, and then they ordered more. Thankfully, they didn't tell anyone about it, and I think we discussed that on this episode that's coming up. Kind of our last edited podcast episode I'm trying to get out. But anyway, guys, get the 2-pack. It's going to be great. This Brett, what do you think about the Brett Survivor Series 96?
So, yeah, dude, that match with Stone Cold is one of my favorite matches from 96, man. I like that. I know the WrestleMania 13 match, obviously, but I like that Survivor Series match a little more. I don't know why, but... So it's Bret Hart. I'm going to get the figure. Bret Hart's probably my favorite wrestler of all time. So anything Bret Hart, I try to pick up.
Yeah, same here. I like this. I love the Survivor Series 96, the kind of etching on his, like the orange etching on his singlet. That was awesome. I think was I here?
You know what's kind of weird? You know what's kind of funny? That chair. He comes with that weird colored chair. Was there?
Yeah. No, yeah. Duh. This was the MSG show. Yeah, I was there. And I like that chair though. That's a quintessential MSG chair. I mean that is just classic. It's great. So great figure.
Love that match.
What do you think about the updated head sculpt on it?
It's hard to say right now. Kind of looks like Tito Puente a little bit, but kind of looks like a female too mixed in. But I got to see, like, Will, we got to see the actual figure. The face looks kind of fucked up though.
They just can't get him and Dusty right. We keep saying that. And then next we get the Survivor Series 89 Hulk Hogan. I mean, this is just a classic 80s Hogan. 80s, 90s.
It's got mountain lion.
I like him better than I like this face sculpt better than the ones that they used on the WrestleMania 9 one. I think this is more of the era. I know it's pretty interesting. I mean, I'm gonna get it. We're just gonna skip right ahead to the Ultimate Edition WrestleMania 9 Hogan. Compared to the Survivor Series, I like the Survivor Series a lot more because we get the different head sculpts. This Ultimate Edition WrestleMania 9 Hogan has the head sculpts from the Hollywood Hogan. And I guess they're around the same era, quote unquote. It's kind of like right before he went to WCW and whatnot. But I just don't know. I just don't like them. I don't like... He looks mean when he wasn't really mean at WrestleMania 9. You know what I'm saying? It just looks weird, in my opinion. Like, I think the one where he's smiling is the best representation of him from that era, from that match. But the one where he has the black eye, he looks weird. He looks angry and he's snarling and yelling, and it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, but anything Hogan will probably pick up. WrestleMania 9 with that, I just hate that anyway. I hate that memory, man. I hate Yoko winning the title and losing it to Hogan. I just hate that.
Yeah, in like 40 some seconds. No, I agree.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus,
Yeah, it was one of the worst decisions ever because he didn't want to face Bret Hart, and everybody was open about that. But regardless of all that, I mean, yeah, we'll pick it up, but I'm just very, very unhappy with the reuse there on the head sculpts, and it should have been a WCW Hogan. Anyway, what can you do? We'll go back real quick. We'll check out these other Ultimate Editions coming up. I'm not getting a single one of them. I'm not getting the John Cena. I'm not getting the Rock. I'm not getting the Jeff Hardy. I'm sorry. They look like great figures, but I just don't see a need for any one of these in my collection.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so sick of the Jeff Hardy figures. I'll have to see them. Maybe I'd get the Rock. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just not even a fan of him from this era.
Yeah, that's true. With that title, I don't really care about him. I didn't care when he was at both of those WrestleManias. I didn't care when he came back after that. I really don't care. The Jeff Hardy, maybe. That Hogan, man. I don't know. That Hogan's just kind of weird.
That Hogan, yes. It's just like...
What the hell is that?
Why did you use the same head sculpts as you did on the Hollywood figure, and then you put one with a black eye? Come on, Mattel. Give us something better.
You think of the Survivor Series Hogan head? I think that's kind of weird too.
No, actually, I don't mind the Survivor Series. I think it's an updated sculpt, from what I gather, and it looks very much like him. He does look like he's a little bit like strung out or something, like like he's taking a shit or something, and he's just like trying to push it out. But like, but again, look, digital renderings, as we've always discussed. Let's see the final product. I like the 89 sculpt better than the reuse on the other ones, personally. Just my opinion. And
didn't he have tights on?
What do you mean, tights for what?
For the Fan Takeover Ultimate Edition Hogan with the black eye. Is he in that attire?
No, he had tights. You're right. I think in the beginning of the day, no, he changed into tights, didn't he? And then because the Money Inc. match he wasn't in tights. The Money the Money Inc. match where him and Brutus versus Money Inc. That was the tag team match, like mid card. He had regular he had regular tights on, and then he went to the pants for the main event.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have that figure already. We have that figure. That figure was released by Mattel in a what was it? A Hall of Fame series, Target exclusive.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to beat us to death.
We can bring that up. I'll bring that up for the listeners really quickly. The Hulk Hogan Hall of Fame Mattel. Let's see. And that's a great figure, and I bought several of them. And yep, it popped right up here. It's just wonderful mint on card. We're hashtag MOC for life here, mint on card for life. But this is your WrestleMania 9 Hogan here. People he's just wonderfully posed, and he's got the red pants on, he's got the red shirt on, he's got the yellow belt. So I don't know. Anyway, we got to move on. We got to get moving here on the podcast. Let's get to Legends, because I think this is one of the better Legends sets that have been released recently.
Yeah, set's solid, man. Great set.
It's a great set. We love the Bam Bam. Obviously, we're big Bam Bam marks here. Oh my God. We'll start there. I mean, look at this figure.
That Bam Bam. Oh my God.
Wrong television title. Again, wrong title, but we'll take it.
Wrong television title, and shout out to Ed at My Hobby Is Yours. The logo on the belly's off too. The 3 B's.
Yes. But he's had B's like this before as well.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, but I guess. I don't know. I kind of like the, the Jack's Classic version that they were going to come out with. That had the right B's on it.
Yeah, but the updated, I think there's an updated head sculpt on here. It looks phenomenal. I mean, you can't get more lifelike.
Oh my God, the Gray Flame. I mean, you've heard me say Gray Flame on the podcast 100 times. We're finally getting it. So, I mean, this figure, I mean, you look at it front to back, the flames are on the sides to the back. It's like the best Bam Bam, I think. And, you look at the Scott Hall. I needed John Studd because I don't have that 4-pack. I never wanted it. And you get the 2 machos. I mean, you got to get this whole set, all 5.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pass actually on one of the machos. I will pass on the pink tights. I don't really need that one. I have the original Legends release. It's close enough. But I will definitely get yellow tights, cream of the crop. I mean, he comes with the creamer. I think this is a really fire fig. It's the Chase figure, Q3 2021 release date. And then the stud I'll pass. I have actually a stud, so I don't need another one. I got it in the 4-pack, Hall of Fame 4-pack. But this Scott Hall is really great too. You look at it, I absolutely love the kind of, I don't know, thug kind of handkerchief around his head. Hey, yo.
This is when he was high out of his mind.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, well,
booze, drugs.
You got the booze NWO Return Scott Hall in the Wrestlemania Amazon exclusive or Wrestlemania series a couple of years back, and now you got the Outsiders one too. Great series though, Mattel. Love it. I'm not going to go through the 2. We're not going to go through the 2-packs and all that stuff. I mean, we're getting the Boss Man. We predicted it on this podcast. You're going to listen, guys. We predicted we get the Boss Man corporate attire. I'll get him and Dave. And sorry, Davey Boy in the regular jeans.
Yeah, I definitely want that Boss Man. The Davey Boy's kind of strange. And yeah, man, I mean, overall, the Mattel reveals, they were decent, man. They're pretty good, I guess. I can't really complain. Overall, we got the Bam Bam, we got a couple Hogans, new Brett, we got Cactus, a couple other figs, that we're interested in. So I can't really complain,
No.
Overall, I'd say it's pretty good.
WrestleMania Access, big success. Can't complain. Yeah. I think we're gonna get the ECW stuff. Good job, Mattel. We predicted some of this stuff. Again, they don't have much left, so we'll go from there. Let's final thoughts here. Where I'm gonna kick off the browser. We'll get back on here. So final thoughts for our listeners. I think it's a great series. What's next, Joe? What could they possibly do next?
I don't know. We talked about that couple episodes ago. I mean, about it coming to an end. Then they show all this stuff off. I mean, I guess there's still some gas left in the tank. I don't know what they're going to come out with next. They have some new talent. Obviously, they'll keep the Elite series going. Going to keep the train rolling to at least Elite 100. I know they want to hit that mark. Make a crazy set as far as the Elite 100 set. I think they're going to try to push it till then, obviously.
Yeah.
I guess we'll wait and see.
Oh, we do. We do have to wait and see, and we'll go from there. And so sorry, guys. When I'm on, I don't know much. There's a couple people in here. I don't think there's many. But no, there's not many. There's nobody in here at all. But that's what we thought this was going to be at first. We thought we were just going to get a couple people popping in and out and stuff like that. And then once we build this, we'll definitely have more people. And I think it's great to have it just because you're going to be able to watch it anytime. So
yeah, for sure.
This is it. So Joe, let's move on real quick. I think we'll keep the video on for us, and we'll talk about this, receiving that we just got. You got it in the mail today. I got it in the mail today. It's the Ringside exclusive Ultimate Warrior, man, and it's right behind me, so I'm gonna get mine out. It's really
I'm gonna
awesome.
pop mine out too, you son of a bitch.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So we got him. We got him here.
Yes, baby. Here it is.
My lighting is terrible. Your lighting is terrible. We can't really see a good picture. It's all right. There it is. Oh, there's the lighting. That's better lighting here for all our peeps. Boom. Look at his biatch. So anyway,
having this in hand, man, this is pretty damn sick.
yeah, it's pretty interesting, Joe, because I don't know. I didn't really get to look at it. I didn't really get to look at it really well. I just took it out. I kind of wiped it off. I cleaned it up a little bit. Looking at it now, it is pretty sick. I do like the molded tassels on the wrist tape or whatnot. I think they came out nice. I don't know. He looks okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. It is pretty sick. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. I definitely enjoy it up close, man. I do enjoy the duster. I like the colors. I like the tassels on the wrists. I like the different color bands on the arms. Dude, I really love the paint. I like the hair. I know some people were shitting on the hair. I like the hair. It's look good. It's just a lot of detail on here, man. A lot of color. Pops, but dude, the face paint, man, I'm really digging the face paint, man.
Yeah,
really cool.
I agree with you with the face paint. I don't like the hair as much. I think I'm there with the people that were bitching about it, to be honest with you. I don't know. It just looks too yellowed out, and it looks too like cheetah print. It's really weird. I don't know how they did it, but yeah, I don't know, but you're right. I agree with you 100% on the face paint. The face paint is out of this world, bro. It is really,
it's
really
so
awesome.
Cool.
I mean, look, in the packaging, we're big MOC guys here, MOC for life. It's amazing. We knew you were going to get this fireworks display. I think that was the key to it all, getting the Warrior and the fireworks display. We called it even before they announced it. And then you get, obviously, the Wrestlemania here. Logo on the back, which is really cool. WrestleMania 12 return. You get the bio. I mean, it's a great, 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 great package. So you got to get it, guys. It's a Warrior fig. It's funny. I actually had a Warrior mail call today, bro. So I got this figure. And then, really crazy, just so happens, I wanted to get another Retro Warrior on a perfect card. So I got my Retro Warrior on a perfect card, and I opened it up, and I got it for like $29, and and you can't see this. I don't know if you could see this, but this fucking thing, the bubble is off of it. It's one of those retros that the frickin' glue didn't stay on. Can't fault the guy for that, I mean, he didn't. I think it was on before it came to me, and then it came off during transit. So
what fig I was missing that I got today? I actually got it really, really cheap, dude.
What was that? Oh yeah, that's a great earthquake, man.
Oh my god, I don't know why I was missing this figure, but dude, I got the earthquake, and at Walmart, I don't know why, but I pulled the trigger on this John Morrison.
Oh, I'm never gonna. You were always on the fence about that figure. I'll never get that. I got. I
just don't know why, man.
Dude, I got the Ultimate Warrior old school
Johnny
sweatshirt, bro. Old school Warrior sweatshirt here. You got. I mean, you gotta love that. It's got the what is it? The Fruit of the Loom tag right there. Fruit of the Loom.
That just stamps it, man. You need that fruit of the loom tag.
I know, man.
I'm gonna fruit somebody's loom.
Dude, I got the old school Warrior. That's a Warrior mail call day, bro. Warrior old school sweatshirt, black. I got the Warrior Ringside exclusive. I got the retro that's fallen off the card. What are you gonna? You can't get any better than that. So that's an ultimate mail call, baby.
It's the Ultimate Warrior.
It's the Ultimate Warrior.
You know what I'm looking at right now, actually, real quick? I still have that. I put all the inserts in. I still have that AEW Series 2 box over here with the whole set in it.
There you go. That's from me, baby. The one quick thing we talk about AEW, right? It's a beautiful box there. AEW got the shipper. What do you think about the new reveals? New reveals today. I mean, new reveals came up today. What are your thoughts on them? I'm going to switch over to the browser so everyone can look at them with us while we talk about them. So give me 1 second, guys. Oops, sorry about that. All right. Well, now you're seeing our YouTube stream. All right, here we go. Let's start with Jungle Boy.
The Jungle Boy is pretty. I think the Jungle Boy looks great, man. It's like standard. You know, his gear. You look at the boots. You know, the detail on the boots. I think looks great, and it's a solid figure, man. It's Jungle Boy. There's not too much going on. Obviously, he doesn't. His attire is kind of pretty. His attire is straightforward, but I think the figure looks great. I think the face looks spot on.
Yeah, I think the look. General consensus here for me. The face sculpts have improved drastically. They look all spot on and fucking real as all hell. Like, it's just amazing the real scan technology they're doing on them. And you're right, the Jungle Boy looks incredible. I don't know what else you would expect from this figure. I'm assuming you're going to get a little bit of a jacket with him or something, because he usually comes out with some sort of entrance attire. So, let's see what happens with the accessories, and we'll go from there. But it looks like a great figure. Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I got this whole set on pre-order. I told you I was all in on this set as soon as they announced it. I think this could be one of their best sets to date. Moving on, we're going to go to Hangman. You were on the fence about this, Hangman. They knocked this out of the park, man. They even have that molded belt on there with that beautiful belt buckle.
Man.
Bro,
it looks great.
Bro, this fig looks awesome. I mean,
and I prefer the Hangman with the tights, man. I think the tights with the boots, I think that just suits him so much better.
It does. It looks like they also made an improvement on the feet, how big the feet are. I just love this figure. I think it looks great. I'm so happy about it. I love that it comes with
the Frankenstein feet on the other series too.
Yeah, a little bit Frankenstein feet has been fixed, which is great. It's got the cowboy boots, got the beer pitcher, which is great. It's just a great fig. We're gonna take 2 seconds here. The Mox still looks great as well.
Yeah, man, you get another heavyweight title with that. Why not?
Why not? I mean, yeah, you got to get this one. Yeah, I love the updated head sculpt too. It looks great. And moving on, there's not about the dude. Frankie Kazarian looks fucking awesome, bro. I mean, like
you get the tag titles. You get Kazarian. You get the Scorpio face looks a little off, but I think it'll look good once you get it. I'm just excited to get a Scorpio Sky figure. I'm glad we're getting a Kazarian figure. I'm just glad they're doing them. Obviously, they're the first tag team champions, so it's great to get them with the gold. So I'm definitely getting those two.
Exactly. And then we did get an image of the Chase John Moxley, which looks great too. I know that
Chase. Oh man,
looks good.
I'm not big on the Chase figures, but this one I'm a little interested in.
Yeah. Again, I just don't like the fact that it's just like, it's like, okay, what did you give me? A repainted deco on the pants and a shirt and an updated head sculpt. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, there's not much difference from the regular figure. Now, if I had to choose between the two, I would skip on the regular and go for the Chase, right? Because it's a better figure. It looks better all around, in my opinion. Now, the Hangman, on the other hand, I don't like it. You get the chaps. It's a rare edition, but you're not getting much else. I'd go see. It's the inverse. I'd rather have the regular release than the rare.
Yeah. Rare on the Hangman. I care less about that because the regular release is so much better.
Right?
Yeah, without a doubt.
He even looks like he has the Frankenstein boots on the rare.
It does. It does. I noticed that under the chaps. The boots are back.
So I
They never left.
I know Joe. And good look, I could be wrong, but it looks like they used the previously released. It was a Series 2 figure here. They gave him the handkerchief, on the face, and a chaps, and that's all you're getting, really. Pass. I'm sorry. This is what I'm saying. The chase and rares need to give me a little more,
Yeah, they do. No, I agree. And are we talking about the finale here? A second?
What's the finale?
Up the Saurus, man.
Oh man, I forgot about the Luchasaurus.
Yeah, I thought you were waiting to talk about him.
No. I skipped right over, dude. Well, dude, you saved the best for last here. This is when
we gotta talk about him.
Figure of the year, right?
It looks great, man. There's not a bad thing to say. I mean, when you see it, it's like woo. It's pretty nuts.
It's pretty nuts. It could be a figure of the year candidate.
It really could be.
I'm throwing it out there. It's gonna be in the top 10, I think.
It's just great, man. The colors pop. It's a must-have. I mean, people were waiting for Luchasaurus as soon as the Unrivaled was announced in the beginning. They're like, we need a Luchasaurus figure. So here he comes, man, and it's spot on.
It's spot on. The tattoo deco is amazing. The belt, the molded belt's amazing. The kind of harang or whatever they call that in the front is amazing. That piece, everything, even the painted like kind of fingertips are amazing. Yeah. The tongue is amazing. Everything is amazing about this figure. Again, depending on what else it comes with, maybe it's just going to be this figure. Who knows? Maybe it'll come with some accessories. But I'm putting it up there as top figure of the year. And this series, now everybody's high on the previous series with Proud and Powerful and Matt Hardy and everything as being the best series. I think this could be as equal as that or better. I mean, as a series. I mean, you're just getting so much here. You get the tag team titles, you get the Kazarian, you get the Scorpio, you get the updated page, which is incredible. You get the Chase Moxley over, even the regular Moxley is great, but that Chase Moxley is amazing. And then you get the Luchasaurus and the Jungle Boy, which are just incredible. There's not a bad figure in this set, bro.
I mean, you need the whole set. I ordered the 4. I left out the Hangman and Moxley, and then I just, I'm going to need those 2. But I'm glad I got the other 4.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, guys, do not sleep on this set. This is going to be a freaking banger set. You got to get it. We love it here. We're a big fan of AEW, as you can see here. Bam! I got my Kenny Omega shirt on. Bro, you got to be watching on something. You got to put like a YouTube up on pause or something, so at least you see me.
I know. I don't see you, you son of a bitch.
I know. We'll fix that. Trust me. I don't know what's going on as far as we're just getting this all together. So we're about an hour in here.
Oh, shit.
And what do you think, Joe? Do you think you want to get into maybe an episode of the Gorilla Position, or do you want to talk about a little bit of Charlotte Toys, or what do you think?
We could. I mean, we're live here. I guess we could keep rolling. I know we're recording the episode as well. You want to do the Gorilla Position a little bit? I don't know. You want to talk about that stuff here? And get a little crazy?
I think we should. So, 1 second. I'm going to try this. Let's see if it works. I hope it does. We're going to go to the big logo. Boom. And this week's, and it's coming, baby. It's coming. We're going to get right into this week's edition of the Gorilla Position.
I can feel electricity in the air. Take a look at this piece of work. Will you stop?
We're back and we're ready to go.
Ouch.
Uh-oh, everybody. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Gorilla Position. If you're new to the Gorilla Position, guys and gals out there, this is where we take a position on a very, very controversial or not so controversial topic in the wrestling figure world. So, Joe, this will be very controversial. And what's our position? What is our position this week, Joe, on figure collectors taking themselves so seriously? I mean, do we take ourselves seriously? What do you think?
I don't know, man. I don't think we do. I think we just, from the beginning, I think if you listen to our podcast, we just kind of call it as it is. Like we've said from the beginning, I know a lot of people bullshit, but we've actually been collecting our whole lives, wrestling figures from, I want to say 1990, 91, 92 is when we started, really collecting. And you'll hear that if you listen to the podcast. But I mean, if you've been collecting that long, man, you go through all the phases, man. When no one's collecting, when you kind of stop collecting, when you see the bullshit, when you see the pegs, and then you get all the way up to 2021 and you see the crap that's going on, and you're just like, oh my God. So I think we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a very, very controversial topic of discussion, I think, within the wrestling figure world, because as longtime collectors, Joe and I have sat back and we've done this openly. We haven't actually been the ones that kind of hid it or I've never really hid anything. I've never hided any, I've always had my collection, but I've never displayed it or anything like that. But I've always bought figures on and off through the span of 25 plus years we've been doing this, right? So I guess it was a little, again, I think it's more open now, and I was a little more reserved when explaining to people what I do in my hobby and stuff like that, because they don't understand it as much. If you're collecting sports cards, it's always a little different, right? If you're collecting other things like sports memorabilia, let's say autographs, it's a little different. But when people immediately hear toys or action figures, they already just jump to like, oh, that's weird. You're collecting dolls, or you're collecting a kid's item or something like that. And that's not really what it is or what it's about. So anyway, I never felt, though, that I was in that group that was like hiding it. You may feel that way. But as we got out of that, now all these people are coming out of the woodworks and are like, oh, I have the best collection, and I was hiding this whole time, and I couldn't release myself, and yada, yada, yada. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
No, it's just like, it makes you wonder, because before this, had the collectors growing up. Obviously, a lot of my friends still collect. Not like that. They're not flexing on each other every 2 seconds. My buddy has every single ECW shirt. He ordered every shirt from those old catalogs. We got the catalogs, man, from 96, 97. We had them. We ordered all the shirts. He's never selling those shirts, but he's not flexing, man. He's not starting an Instagram page. I know people like that. I have friends like that. I have collectors like that. They'll never see their collections. They're not like that. Then, you got these people online, but it's like a subtle thing. Hey, you're my buddy. You're my friend. I'm going to flex hard on this Instagram. I'm going to flex hard on these pages, but I'm going to pretend I'm nice. But I'm just going to try to buy every single fucking thing under the sun, show it on my page, and act like I'm not trying to do that. But I'm going to try to do that, and I'm not really your friend at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually just flexing that you
bunch
didn't
of fake
see.
bullshit.
I just, it's so funny. I was just flexing because I was throwing my red cards out here, my Hasbros. I was like just throwing them in front of the camera just to be an asshole. But
you can see now I got the feed over here, so I'm kind of like looking to see what's going on.
You're
there.
looking
Yeah.
good. So
see it now. I'm like, oh shit, you got a haircut.
Oh yeah, look at that trim.
You got a haircut. You got a motherfucking haircut.
I'm a thrill. I'm the thrill. I'm thrilling this audience, baby.
It's just like, it's like, do I go on social media? You need a social media presence. Everything social media. You got the guy that does Apu's voice from The Simpsons saying he wants to apologize to everybody for doing that voice. I mean, social media has such a big effect. And it's just like, oh my God. But anyway, yeah, back to the pages. Pages are popping up left and right. Podcasts are popping up left and right. Some people say our podcast popped up left and right. We're trying to jump on the bandwagon. We're just trying to give our insight because we've been collecting our whole lives, man. And, all these podcasts are PG-13 or fucking rated G. We're just not like that, man. We didn't grow up that time. We grew up a little rough around the edges. We're still a little rough around the edges. So we try to, give that into collecting figures, as weird as that sounds. But at the same time, we try to keep it real, man. I think people need to keep it real, and people aren't your friends. I see these collectors come and go. You see at the shops,
oh my
all
God.
these collections that get sold. It's like these fake collectors, man. They're, and these people aren't your friends, man. I mean, that's the bottom line. These people are flexing. Obviously, they're spending all their money. They have these, who knows what the hell they're doing, but they're just, let me throw out a little video. I can throw some names out right now, pages, and they're just like, let me throw this little video, say, hey, what's up? But really, I'm going to show this that I'm wearing, and I'm going to show my whole background, or I'm going to act like I got this figure and I know a lot about it. I don't know shit about it. And you're seeing that more and more. You're seeing more collections pop up. But if you go to those collectors, they don't know about wrestling. They don't know a damn thing about those figures. Just spending their money.
Yeah, it's a mic drop. I mean, I think you said it all there. It's interesting. Look, I think personally, we don't ever want to look. If you want to do, I'm all about America. Do what you want with your money. If you make it, you work your ass off for it. If you want to buy $100,000 worth of action figures, go right ahead. If you want to spend $100,000 on a car, go right ahead. Whatever. It's what you do. It's what makes you happy. That's fine. So with that said, I really don't care about that aspect of it. Look, if these guys want to come in and they get on a nostalgia trip or kick or whatever it is, and they buy up a bunch of figures and then they sell them because, again, it's a short attention span. If you're not in it for 25 plus years, like we are, you got probably the short attention span. You probably got like, oh my God, I found this. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Is it good for the toy companies? Yeah, because
and
more
why
people buy the product, which is great. And it's good for us collectors in the end. But really quick, Joe, let me just finish this. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, like you're right, Joe. I'm not going to be their friends per se. Like I want to establish relationships. I want to have a good rapport with the people that have been doing this for a very long time. Maybe some of the people that are in the background, maybe some people that are in the forefront, because there are really relevant collectors out there that have good insight to everything and have great stories and that have been doing it as long as we have, and we want to bring them on the podcast, and we want to build that world, the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast world, and have friends and do all those things. But at the same time, I think it's identifying who you see yourself with. And yes, we are a little raw and we are a little crazy here, but as Joe said, we're doing this because we're super passionate about it. We love professional wrestling, man. Like Bully Ray always says this, or Bubba says this on Busted Open, like, no matter how, like, if you were in professional wrestling as a fan, very young, you will never leave it. And that is the truth, my friend. Like, you may leave it, but you'll always come back. There's always a way you're going to come back if you're a true fan,
I agree.
Yeah. And the flexing, look, the flexing is the flexing. Like, all these Instagram pages, I don't care about them because, and we don't follow back for most of them because most of them aren't providing content that I want to see across my feed. So I'm not gonna follow somebody that's not gonna provide me with some informational content. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna follow and then block your content. Like that's not cool. That's not a cool thing to do. And I know a lot of people do that, but we'll organically build, we'll organically follow the people that have similar likes and interests that we do, and we'll go from there. The one thing that gets to me, though, is the amount of selling that's being done online now. Like everybody's a collector seller.
Here, buy, sell, trade. Here, buy, sell, trade. Here, you want to trade? You want to sell?
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy this to sell. Hey, I'm at the store. What do you guys need? Well, I'm still laughing about that comment on that Facebook page a couple weeks ago.
I don't have any money.
I'm gonna be here. I don't have any money. Let me know what you need. I'm like, I know what you need. You need to go up to the customer service desk and fill out an application.
Fill out an application on the,
computer.
Get a job. I mean,
it's like, dude, I just can't. Sometimes, man, you just want to just sign offline for good. Just go back to what you were doing, collecting, and no one knows anything about it.
Yeah, I know. And we're on here. I don't even know why we're on here. We're doing this just to have some fun with it.
Yeah, honestly, that's what we're doing. And like I said, we always keep it real, man. You try to not keep it real with us, I'm going to call you out on it. If you try to comment, you're trying to be corny, I'm going to call you out on it. I mean, we're the realest of the real here, man. And, I don't need to get into where I grew up or my life in general, but I'm always going to keep it real. You want to be corny? We're talking about wrestling figures. That's the whole point of this Gorilla Position. We are collecting toys. Yeah. Majority of my friends, my job, my family, my other family, collecting toys. Yeah. I am a grown man collecting action figures. No matter what we say, all those people I just mentioned, back of their mind are like, what is wrong with this guy? Collecting toys. He's a grown man.
But they have. This is another thing.
But that's the reality.
Yeah,
but that's the reality.
But
of it.
What is somebody else doing? Snorting lines of coke and fucking hookers. You know what I'm saying?
Like, cars. But dude, in all honesty, though, we're trying to be serious. You're trying to flex. You're trying to be funny. You're trying to act like you got everything. Okay, that's fine. I get it. But we're collecting toys.
Yeah, you don't have to be so serious.
How serious can you be? You're collecting. Okay, you dropped $500 on that figure. All right, who gives a shit? Collecting toys.
Look, I have some prototypes behind me, that I haven't shown off really because I didn't want to post them, and I know there's issues with them, and they're test shot prototypes of Mattel figures, and like. I don't need to show them to everybody that, I put them back there just as a fun, cause I got a lot of Warrior stuff today, but like you even saw my like Warrior collection. It was like you had to be like post photos of it. And people were like, we want to see it. And that's when we started posting photos of that stuff, like I had never posted any of that Warrior stuff prior to that. People asking, about it, especially from the YouTube live stream. So look, I think what our position is on this is collect what you want, collect what fills your life with joy. It could be cars, figures, whatever, but there's also a matter of like just being cool and calm and collective about it. And there's no need to flex, and there's no need to be like, oh, I got this, I got that. I'm better than you. You're worse than I am. Regardless of it, if it's figure focused or podcast focused or anything like that, I mean, we don't claim to be better than anybody in any respect. I think, we just do what the fuck we do. We come on here. We try to give and provide some quality content to people. We try to give factual information, and we try to provide you with some educational information as well. So, I mean, look, you may know it, you may not. Hopefully you learn something. And that's it, man. I think that's our position, just got to simmer down and have fun,
Yeah, I'm on that train too, man. I'm on that bandwagon. I just rather have people be real. If you're secretly an asshole, just be an asshole. I just want to see the real. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. If you know what I mean? I just rather people just be themselves. Be who you really are. You don't need to be this fake person online, and be who you really are. If you're a jerk, write that in the description, man. I want to see that. I think that'll gain you. There has been collectors like that in the past. They're just assholes, and they gain a big following. They're just real. And I think people like that because it's. I'm not going to mention any names again. I'm not going to mention any podcasts, but they're nice and funny and silly on the outside, but deep down, that's not who they are. And whatever, man. We could talk about that another day. I want people to be real, man, and that's just how it is. And I think sometimes maybe people are turned off because me and you keep it real, and I like that. But I just wish deep down, I know they want to do that as well.
Yeah, and they should. They should, and everybody's welcome to come on the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. And as we get a better streaming platform for this show weekly, we can add people on, and it's going to be fun. We're going to have conversation. We're going to be bringing in people for the collector's corner left and right. We're going to be doing this live on YouTube and having them come in, and it's going to be like a radio show, and it's going to be freaking awesome, and it's going to be freaking fun, and there's going to be no editing, and it's going to be uncensored.
Had some great guests, man. I love KWK Sean. You know, we got JSD Junk Shop. We had TJ Super 7. We had freaking Matt Cardona on.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of great people on, man. And you know, like we said, we just try to keep it real, and I think they understand that. And
Look,
obviously we're respectful.
Dude, I'm bringing my life into here. You know, people. I'm telling you. Look, I can't edit a podcast. This is why we're doing this. I gotta buy this. I gotta buy that. I gotta go home. I gotta get a new home. I gotta move. I'm moving 2 people. I'm right now in a situation where it's just like, man, like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm going, like, guys, it's real, it's happening, but I still have this passion for wrestling, professional wrestling. I still have a passion for professional wrestling figures. So we're going to come on here. We're going to tell you like it is. We're going to do it. That's it, man. You know, like, to each his own, and you're all welcome to join. Come on. Have a good time, and we'll keep rolling and rocking and rolling. So I think that's it, man. I think that's it. That's kind of our position on kind of figure collecting and the whole flexing and whatnot. I don't know. Just be real. Just be cool. You know, you don't have to, you know, like, everybody wants to have a persona, but it's always most important, especially in professional wrestling. You can have all the gimmicks in the world. You can have all these scripted promos in the world, but unless you connect with it and unless you actually embody what you want to be in that ring, you will never succeed. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? You have to be who you are, you know, and you have to get that over. So that's what we do here, man. We are who we are, and we're trying to get it over, baby.
That's it, you motherfucker.
That's it. So don't forget, everybody. You know, we'll post this. We're going to post on Instagram, Twitter, Gorilla Position, on YouTube, Uncensored. And go over to @SQD Circle AFP on Twitter and on I keep wanting to say Facebook today, guys. I'm sorry. On Twitter and Instagram. Facebook Live. Twitter and Instagram @SQD Circle AFP, and let us know your position on wrestling figure collecting and the whole flexing and everything like that, and comment. And we want to start conversations about this, and also let us know what your position is on it, but what maybe your position is on something else. Maybe you have a topic of discussion that you want us to talk about. So go over to Twitter and Instagram @SQD Circle AFP. And we will see you next week on another edition of the Gorilla Position. All right, Joe, we're going to head over to our next topic of a discussion, the oh my God figure of the week.
We're going a little back here.
Yeah,
breaking it out again.
I know we're breaking it out again.
Breaking it out again. Here it is again. Back. Oh, well, then I should have bought another one because I want to crack this open, this whole freaking thing.
And welcome to the oh my God figure of the week. It's funny, Joe can't hear the music playing, so Joe keeps talking over the music when the music's playing. Because guys, this is our rough shot. This is not going
Like, these
On
guys
the
don't know
mic.
what they're doing. Look at these guys.
I know we're
They
such
don't know
a
what they're
hey.
doing.
We got at least we have music.
They're
We have
professional.
segments and we have music. We're like trying to do a radio show on YouTube. It's pretty fucking crazy. So
We had somebody I used to be in a band with actually do the music, man. Those music clips are actually him playing all the instruments. I don't know if anybody knows that.
yeah, totally. They are literally not like this guy is playing this shit and he recorded it for all us and
Yeah, that's actually real legit. His studio, he recorded those parts.
yeah. And it's legit music and guys, look, we love segments here. So welcome to the Oh My God Figure of the Week, Joe. We kind of
did that.
did this already. Maybe we'll switch it up. So I have here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little what is it called? Like swerve, right? A fast turn, you know? And we're going to do a new Oh My God Figure of the Week, Joe. We're going to do the Oh My God Figure of the Week because we're talking about him in the next segment here. He's got to be inducted to the Oh My God Figure of the Week. And this will flow perfectly in the next one. We're doing red card.
Oh, shit. We're doing Yoko?
Come on. I got one right in front of me, bro.
So let's pop that up and let me see that on the screen.
Look at this. Look at this fucking Yoko right here.
Oh, man.
Look at that Yoko.
Woo! But it's one of the best Hasbros of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time, man. I mean, getting this Yoko in hand as a kid was like the best thing ever. I remember the little bag I used to keep it in because I used to travel to my grandma's house all the time and all my wrestling figures. And dude, this Yoko went everywhere with me, man. I used to love hanging out, playing with this Yokozuna. I love the size. I was a huge Yokozuna fan growing up, man. I love that era, Yoko. And look at that on the red card, black attire.
Black attire.
Come on, man.
Black and red. Look at how it just pop. Everything is pop, 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 pop. This fucking thing is beautiful.
It's fantastic.
Look, we have not done it as an Oh My God Figure of the Week. We're going to throw it back retro style this week. I absolutely love this figure. We've been on a huge Hasbro kick. I've been on a huge Hasbro kick. We talked about this in our previous podcast episodes, how we want to go back and collect these shorter series, like this red card series, like the yellow card series. They're smaller series. They just look great. I mean, you don't have you don't have to collect all the figures mint on card for Hasbro. You can collect 6. Drop about $1,500 on the 6. Maybe $2,000, and then that's it. You have a nice display, mint on card Hasbro's, and this Yoko, like you said, it just pops. It's got everything, man. This is just a hefty figure. Oh man,
it's a great figure, man. I love the attire. Like I said before, I love the size of the figure, especially in Hasbro form. Yoko, it's one of the best Hasbro figures to be released, and I do like this version better than the green card Yoko.
I know, and I have both of them. You know that, and this one's going to go in a protector now. And I actually sold my green card Yoko. One of his arms broke off, and I glued it back on. I didn't tell the buyer. So I didn't keep it real that day. Well, I know you've been a little sneaky sometimes with that. I have a short little bubble punch in here, but that's fine. It's pretty clean. The weirdest thing about this Yoko, if you can see this, listeners, is if you look, his arms are bent back, and this has always been the case on this figure. For some reason, they bent his arms backwards so much in this packaging.
Yeah, they do. If you look at it from the side, it's a little strange.
It's a little strange, yeah. And like you may have to do one click for a loose display. That's what I used to do, especially when I opened this when I was a kid. I remember specifically this coming out of the package like this, and I had to click it over once to just make his arms, kind of even with his body, because they go back that far, So that's what I did when I was a little kid. I do have my original Yoko from when I was a kid. It's just such a memorable figure. I don't know where I picked it up. I'm pretty sure I picked it up at KB, though. And like you said, it's just an amazing figure to have this on card again, to have now, just to let our listeners know, I am literally 3 away from completion of this set. I just got the Bam Bam. I have the Hennig from the Hustle Man a while ago. I have the Yoko, so I'm missing the Taker and the Narcissist and the Brett. So
4 to go.
Three to go. 3 to go. And just to let you know, I know you saw this, but I know that this has been an Oh My God figure of the week, I believe. There's that beautiful Bam Bam right there.
Oh, man. Love that Bam Bam.
Dude, these red cards are just amazing.
It's like we said on the show last week, you know, the Red Series, what's the other one we mentioned? It was
Yellow
our
card.
2 favorites. Yellow. Yeah, the red and the yellow are really up there, man.
Oh.
And some of the, I'd say third one down, I do love that purple card series as well.
Of course. We talked about
I love
that.
them all.
The
but,
Steiners, the Doink, the $1 Million Man, the Tatanka on that purple card, Hacksaw. But this
yeah.
Yoko's
The
great.
Hacksaw.
So this Yokozuna, I just wanted to talk real quick. There is, it's so funny. They don't have a written bio. I don't know what series that went out in, but on this Yoko, mine does not have a written bio on it, which is pretty cool. But it does say here, Yokozuna, height 6'5", weight 505 pounds, origin Polynesian Islands. Known for winning the 1993 Royal Rumble, he would subsequently go on to win the title at WrestleMania, right? If my memory serves correct. Yep.
Yeah.
His favorite quote, Yosh. I don't know about that.
His favorite quote.
Bonsai, maybe?
He loved dipping shit in mayonnaise.
Yosh? What is he, the fucking berserker? I don't know who was smoking some shit at Hasbro during that when they were writing this bio, but Jesus, somebody did the terrible fucking copy on here. And then his future ambition is to win the Federation title, which obviously we just discussed. That's why he won the 93 Royal Rumble. But in any case, this is a 93 fig. So I'm assuming Yosh. Bonsai. How about Bonsai?
Bonsai!
And I mean, Joe, look, you have one of the biggest figures in Hasbro form ever created in this Yokozuna. This is Yokozuna's rookie release as well. I had to get it because it's a rookie release.
It is.
And it just pops off the red card, like you said. It's one of the most iconic Hasbro wrestling figures ever created. And for all those reasons, Joe, for all those reasons, that's why this is a what?
And oh my God.
Figure of the week.
The week.
All right, guys, we are going to hit it out of the park.
They're going to say hit it from the back.
Well, we're going to hit it. Well, it's going to be tough to hit Yoko from the back. That's for damn sure. There's a lot to move before you could even find anything.
Picturing that right now, I'm about to pass out.
Oh my God! But he is going to be in our next segment, and we're bringing it back here at the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast, and we are going to the Squared Spotlight.
This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. I've never seen a crowd so fired up.
I can't
And
even
if they're
speak right
smart, they'll listen.
now. The Squared Spotlight
How about
this
some
week.
fair and
We
balanced
will be
commentary?
covering.
Look at the fans,
Okay.
JR. They know what's coming next.
You ready?
Oh yeah, baby! He
you
talks.
ready to cover
He was
this?
talking again through the music. He's talking through
I'm talking to the music again.
I fucking made the Squared Spotlight music, and that's got a beat on it. That is just amazing.
But yeah,
bro.
that's true. Yeah, that one you made. But yeah, all of our other heavier stuff was somebody else.
This is heavy. as we
It is.
previously
It's
said,
it's pretty good, man.
this
Yeah,
is
I enjoy that.
This is heavy. This is deep and heavy. As we say, this is as heavy as the Banzai Man, Yokozuna.
Bonsai!
And we're really paying homage to him today, Joe. I mean, geez, we put him
He's
into
one of my
the, oh my
favorites.
God, figure the, come on. I mean, if he's not your favorite, I mean, he's one of the best heels of all time. Of all time.
I wanted to get a big ass because of him.
You better watch out there. I mean, you're gonna be dying early like he did. Oh shit! Oh no! A little dicey.
I do have a good set of titties going on here.
Yeah, I do too. Everybody does, right? I mean, anybody that's lifted some weights, I mean, has a little bit of that. But Yoko, the big man.
Yeah.
Best big man ever?
I don't know, man, because we covered Bam Bam in the last segment, but I'd say, yeah. Based on what he could do in the ring and his size in the ring and the amount of talent he has worked with, the Bret Harts, the Undertakers, the amount of guys that wanted to work with him in the ring and what he could do being that size, I'd say he's probably one of the greatest big men of all time, if not the greatest.
Yeah, I would have to say you're right there. I mean, look, you think the first one I would say would be Andre the Giant, right? I mean, you would have to put him up there, but even his accolades weren't as big as Yoko's. I think Yoko did everything in a shorter time span, though, and Andre had a longer career, in my opinion. But
yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of why I would say they're on equal grounds. I don't really know another big man that compares to both of them. You know, you look at Andre, you look at Big Show, you look at Yoko, and I would have to say those are probably the top three big men of all time. And then now you get into the second tier that I would call it the Bam Bam Bigelows of the world, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's just my opinion on it. If I missed somebody, you can let me know. But again, I don't want to put Big John Studd in there. I don't want to put, top three. I'm trying to think of other, the Earthquakes of the world and stuff. They had very long careers, but they didn't have the championship accolades that some of these other wrestlers did that we're talking about. So,
yeah. I mean, speaking of, Yoko's accolades, I mean, you can go down the line. He was a two-time WWF World Heavyweight Champion. He was also a two-time WWF Tag Team Champion with Owen Hart. Dude, I loved him as a tag team, man. I know, Yoko was getting up there in weight, and Owen definitely carried a lot of the matches, but I loved Yoko as a tag team champion. And just think, he got to be a tag team champion with Owen Hart. He got to win the World Heavyweight Championship from Hogan, win it from Bret. Defend the title, so right there, his matches and him winning the gold, the heavyweight and the tag, I mean, with the people he got to do it with, it's just, I mean, that really puts him up there. And he also won the 93 Royal Rumble.
Oh, and that's what I was just going to say. 93 Royal Rumble, when he threw Macho Man over the top rope. I mean, Macho giving him the nod there. I mean, that was a big moment in professional wrestling history. No one expected that, him to go right over the rope. And it was just such a crazy ending to the Rumble. A lot of people look back to the Bret Hart and Luger ending with both feet touching the floor, or the Shawn Michaels no ending where, only one foot touched. But when you look back at Royal Rumble endings, I mean, that has to be up there with Yoko just propelling Macho over the top rope. I mean, it is just memorable, and I think it's
for sure.
It's underrated to a certain extent as well. And you look at the accolades we're telling you guys about Yoko and his championship runs and whatnot. I think it's incredible. And doing this, I love the documentary. So just, if our listeners haven't seen a documentary on the WWE Network on Peacock or whatever the fuck it is, I don't even know if you can find it on there anymore. It's something you should definitely watch, because it talks about his earlier career as well, and him coming into the character, you know, because obviously he has the Samoan background and whatnot. And yeah, it's just pretty incredible. I mean, all of it is just amazing.
Yeah, he was Will, you know, he was the first wrestler of Samoan descent to hold the WWF Gold, which was kind of cool.
Crazy as a heel, right?
I mean, I mean, think about it. He defeated WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hart, WrestleMania 9 for the gold. And he has the comeback, beats Hogan at King of the Ring 93. So he's got consecutive pay-per-view victories in main events to win his 2 WWF Heavyweight Championships. And then after that, he headlines WrestleMania 10 against Bret Hart. Oh, he was in those headlining spots, winning gold twice. And, you know, that definitely puts him up there. And, you know, speaking of that, no brainer, he's inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2012. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. And that's why we had to feature him on the Squared Spotlight this episode. I mean, we obviously love big men. We love big men that are agile. I mean, just remember some of the stuff he did in the ring, especially during his younger years. I mean, with the leg drops and just a lot.
Oh my God.
Just a lot. Just even the movement in and out of the ring. Just to see how he moved in and out of the ring quickly, because he did a lot of in out of the ring work as well, and just getting in and out and stuff for a big man his size was incredible. I also always remember him and John Tenta in the sumo battle. I think that is an underlooked thing where, you know, John Tenta was a sumo wrestler, you know, and it was just a fun thing to do kind of as a side gimmick or whatever, but they did it and they did it well, and it was a great build and whatnot. And yeah, he really just as a professional wrestler could do pretty much everything. It's just so sad to see him go, obviously, you know, the way he did, just because of the eating habits and whatnot, you know. I mean, and they discuss
it was intense.
Yeah, it's just intense in the documentary. They discuss that at length. So, you know, I think as a whole, for my thoughts on Yoko, I think he, you know, again, I don't know if you cannot put him up there as one of the best big men of all time, if not the best up there with Andre. I mean, I don't know. Again, I want to put the Big Show up there just because of the longevity of everything. But when you look at Yoko and what he did in the time frame he did it, it's just amazing, you know? And the moveset, and like you said, him being a heel and holding the belt twice, and in the main event
against those big names,
and against the big names, putting him over. And, you know, Vince during that era did not want to have a heel as a champion at all. So yeah, there's only few and far between, you know, like Macho was a face becoming a heel with the title. Prior to that was Iron Sheik, I think, you know, that held the belt, and I believe he was a heel at that point in time as well. And that was it. I mean, as far as heel champions, and then it was Yoko, you know. So you had the Undertaker, I guess, if you want to consider it, you know, it was what, a 2-night reign, but
yeah, against Hogan.
Yeah, against Hogan, but like, yeah, he just an incredible professional wrestler. And then obviously we talked about the memories. I think the Macho Rumble match, I think even his stuff with Owen, you know, I think was great because it tied into the whole feud, right? So he had the heel feud with Bret Hart, and Owen had the feud with Bret Hart, and all this stuff, and then
it tied in there.
Yeah. It just slid right in. It did, and then his work with Cornette and Fuji, and it's just all great. It's so memorable.
Yeah, he had some great tag matches. I always loved him with the Winged Eagle, though, man. I loved the strap over the shoulder.
Yep.
I just loved him with the title. And back then, you know, especially as a kid, like, man, who was going to beat him? And, you know, obviously they had to work it into the match and his size, but he lost. You're like, all right, yeah, you know, this and that. But as a kid, you're like, man, who is going to beat this guy for this belt? You know, who's going to take the title from him, you know? So that always kept me interested as a kid to keep watching, you know. And I liked Yoko as a kid a lot too, so.
Yeah, I did too. I
A
never
couple
there
different
was
things, you know.
Yeah, there was never a point where I was vehemently opposed to him or like cursed him out or anything like that. Or, I always thought of him as a kid being just a great wrestler, and there was always
Yeah.
compelling. Again, you even talk about the Luger stuff in the Slam. I mean, he was involved in so many different great wrestling memories, professional wrestling memories, being on that Intrepid and that whole build for the Lex Express. And I mean, this is even prior to any title reigns. And again, like even the Tenta stuff, I mean, it's just like, man, he just did it all. And you got to give the guy an immense amount of respect for that, and again, look, we're not professional wrestlers. And by no means do we claim to even know what it is to be inside of a ring or like it. I've been in a ring before personally, and I have not taken a bump correctly because I don't know how to take bumps. But and I've been in rings, I've probably more than a handful of times. I just, look, Joe, we're not professional wrestlers and I can't do it.
No,
I probably
no
would
way.
never be able to do it. And to see that someone of that stature and that size do it both on and off the mic, I think is incredible because he also had this presence of, he didn't have to say anything. Not many people can do that. You speak so loudly by not saying a lot of things most of the time. And he did it just in his mannerisms and in his body language. So, I mean, it's great. I think, yeah, he's memorable. So what do you think, man? We just had the Oh My God figure of the Wreath. Jeez, I can't speak. Oh my
Figure
God,
of the Reef.
Figure of the Reef. I always do this on the podcast. I get to edit it out. Now I can't edit it out. So, red card, green card. You got the Just
Yeah, let's
Toys
go down
Fandom.
his
What do you got?
his plastic and rubber repertoire here. Or his catalog, I should say. You get him right out of the gate. You get that Hasbro red card we just covered. Oh my God, figure of the week, one of the best.
Rookie fig.
Key figure. Get the follow up, the Hasbro green card, which I do like the black and white. It's a white and black.
No, but I mean, yeah, either
black?
way, it is what it is.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So that was cool. I do like him in that color. I do like him in the white, to be honest.
Yeah.
Then you go down, and I love this next figure, man. The Just Toys Bendy. I love that Yoko.
Oh, the Just Toys Bendy is
As a
great.
kid, oh my God.
I know.
I used to play more with the Bendys than the Hasbros sometimes.
I know you have a huge Bendy collection. You should have broke that thing out for our listeners today, man. I know. We got this together.
I have all, I have all the Bendys except I even have all the LJN Bendys except the last series of the Bendys with Taz and Scotty and all that. I just wasn't dropping that kind of money. But anyway, yeah. And then getting back to Yoko here, you go down his Jax figures. They're a little weird. They're a little strange, some of them. I don't really personally like a lot of these. But you get that 1997 special edition red version, which I had. And, especially that era with the Jax figures, it was fun to have. You get the special edition white version, kind of similar to the Hasbros. Jax, which was okay as well. Not the greatest figures. And then you break it into the next three I'm about to get into in the Jax era, which I'm not really a big fan of either. The classic Superstar Series 4 was okay. The head was really weird, really small. The 2-pack with Brett probably would be my favorite. And then you get the Ringside Fest 1 of 1800 figure, which I know you like.
Oh, I love that figure. Yeah, dude, it's amazing with the box art and everything on it. I mean, with the flag in the back. Dude, I love all these Yokos, from the classic Superstars era. It's so funny. I'm just trying to pull up for our listeners because we can do this on the good old Google machine here. These images of some of these figures, man.
Pop up that Jax Classic Superstar Series 4. Man, I don't know why. I've always disliked this figure for some reason.
Yeah, this is just the plain release with the strap over his arm. I understand what you're saying. It's just a very weird looking figure. I think his arms were huge and his head was so small. It's tough to get a really good shot for people. I'm trying to.
God, there it is.
There it is. Yeah. He's got the arms and look, guys, this is one of my favorite figures though of him now because it just hides all of that. And that's that one of 1800. I'm just such a mark for this figure. I absolutely love it. And again, guys, we're trying to find images on the fly here. So, but you can see some of them here. You had the 2-pack with Brett, which is I had in the past, which is a great 2-pack, but it was so plain. I wish they gave us a little more there. Here's the Wrestling Figures 1 of 18 photo.
The 1 of 18 is pretty cool. I do like the box. I like the size. I like the gear, the robe that they gave him.
The robe
I think
they
it's cool.
gave him was really, really cool. Yeah, you got to love that figure, and I pulled it up for everybody there. And then, obviously, as
You show the
said,
2-pack?
well,
2-pack I like.
I actually love... No, the 2-pack is a great set there as well. And, what I think, though, we missed... or not we missed, but we didn't show for a lot of our listeners right now or viewers, is that Bendham, and I got that Bendham pulled up right now too. That Bendham, dude,
it's great, man. It's so good,
guys.
So good.
Look at that packaging, how that pops. The blue packaging with Yoko on there with the Bendham. He's just got the bar he's bending, and then the figure itself. Again, it's a little, but regardless of that, just the whole package just pops here, and that's what we're looking for. This is the complete hashtag MOC for life package.
It's great. It's great. It's one of my favorite Bendies as well.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. So, again, we moved into the classic superstar era. We got that Bendham up there. What do we have? The Mattel now next would be.
The Mattels are, moving on to, later on when Mattel took it over. Ones we're about to get into, we could start off. Will, these are his last 3 figures here. That Mattel did the Elite Series 15 that they originally put out.
Yeah, dude. This first time in the line.
I got nothing to say
Yoko.
about any of these coming up.
No, you gotta love this figure. And again, I mean, I just pulled it up real quick here. This Elite figure is great. It's got the obviously removable robe on it as well. It's just a classic Yoko fig. Everything that 1 of 1800 gives you, this gives you as well. It's got a great face sculpt. I think they'll eventually redo him as well, but it's just incredible. So you had that one to start, and then
you do the flashback SummerSlam in red.
Well, we do have the flashback, SummerSlam in red, but prior to that, we had the Hall of Fame release, which gave him his white and black or whatever, again, black and white attire. The
Hall of Fame in the white it comes with the 2 tag belts.
Yeah, it was the Target Hall of Fame exclusive with the 2 tag belts. I mean, I absolutely love this because you actually got a bearded Yoko for the first time. You got the 2 tag belts on it. I mean, what more?
That's probably out of the 3 Mattels. Will, I'd say the Hall of Fame with the 2 tag belts is my favorite.
Oh yeah, I would have to say so too. I mean, it's just an incredible figure.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and my screen was very, very not bright, so I'm sorry about that, guys. I should have increased the brightness.
Yeah, man, it's such a good figure.
Yeah, just
Hall of Fame. Oh man, the 2 tag belts. See, in this case, I love the white and black on it. I think this figure, I think they really nailed it with the beard, a little bit of facial hair. It's just it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really the whole package right there. And then to end it, I guess we would say for Mattel releases and for Yokozuna figures, that we had the flashback for the Walmart SummerSlam flashback series. This was an amazing, definitely an amazing figure as well. You had the SummerSlam logo right there, but the only thing I disliked about this figure is pretty much a straight re-release from the Elite figure that was previously released. So I mean, you didn't really get much out of here.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I like it a lot. I like all 3 of the Mattel Yokozunas. But yeah, it's pretty much just like a re-release, different box.
What we did not say, or maybe I misheard you really quickly, this figure is one of my favorites of all time. It's the BCA Bone Crunch in Action Special Edition Yokozuna here.
Yeah, I mentioned it in the beginning. It's got the 1997 special edition. Comes red and it comes white.
Yep, and it's got the nipples. That's all you need to know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You got the pepperonis.
You got the pepperoni nipples on there. It's the only nipples you got on Yoko. The weird thing is he does have the beard, though, which is kind of odd. I don't know why they gave him the beard, but they gave him the beard. So
There it is.
There
I
it
always
is.
thought I always thought these two, the white and the red. I thought these figures were garbage, but it's definitely nostalgia.
Yeah, and you got him in the triple threat with Mark Mero and Alba.
Yeah, the triple threat pack.
Ahmed Johnson as well. So yeah, I mean, look, going down the list here, there's a ton of great Yokozuna figures. I believe personally that Mattel did the best, but most accurate, the best. But as we've always said on this podcast, we love going back to nostalgia, right? And when we go back to nostalgia, what always holds a special place in our heart, right?
Yes.
Is this right here. The big time Yokozuna.
Oh, man.
Oh my God! Figure of the week. Yokozuna.
That's the winner. Oh, it's kind of crazy that Bendy's up there too.
That Bendy
said
is
that,
complete
That Bendy's up
package.
there.
Complete package. Right there.
Yeah, it's up there, man.
Yep. So I mean, dude, I agree with you. I just love the burst on that package. Nobody does bursts like that anymore. I love that just blue sunburst on the packaging. It's just freaking incredible, bro. So, Joe, that's it. That's another squared spotlight.
Yokozuna. Loved Yoko as a kid, and bottom line, he'll always be one of my favorites.
Always be one of mine.
Bonsai.
So, Joe, I think that's a wrap this week, man. Unless you want to talk about anything else off the cuff, any new receivings.
I think that's it.
I think that's it, man. I mean, I've been on a lot of WrestleMania. We didn't talk about a lot about WrestleMania, so maybe we'll end it. But I got the Wale Ron Simmons shirt, which is hot.
Yeah, it's nice.
Foot Locker shirt. You got to get that. First ever African American champion. What else? What did you think, real quick? I know you wanted to do like 15 minutes of like pro wrestling talk, possibly coming up.
Five, baby, 5.
5 minutes of pro wrestling talk. What did you think of WrestleMania as a whole? What did you think of the follow-up shows?
WrestleMania as a whole, I thought it was okay. Night 1, I didn't really care about. I thought it felt funny. Thought it felt like a Raw, other than WrestleMania. I thought it was a little strange. 2, I liked a little better. I liked the Sami Zayn match with Kevin Owens. I thought that match was good. I enjoyed seeing Edge back in there. I liked Night 2 better. Overall, it was good. I'm glad there was some crowd there watching WrestleMania. I enjoyed it overall. I thought it was fun. Follow up, the shows after. NXT's really been gaining. I mean, I kind of fell off NXT for like a little bit. I still watched it, but I didn't really care about it. The takeover shows were great. I mean, every match on that show I really liked. I really loved the ladder match for the cruiserweight title. The Pete Dunne Kushida match. I liked all the matches there. So NXT is really, really gaining some steam if they weren't already. And it's just a great wrestling show. Overall, yeah, man, I enjoyed it. I thought AEW this past week was good. I just thought that main event was a little too much.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
Too much. I'm like, it was like playing a video game when you're like going crazy in the game with a bunch of people. It was like, all right, Sting's out, Private Party's out. There's 1,000 factions for some reason.
Yeah,
everybody's out here. Is Lance Archer is Lance Archer Sting's friend now?
I don't know. You're right. It's major ADD, attention deficit disorder kind of shit going on. It's like it's just too fast. You got to slow it down a little bit. AEW, slow it down a little bit. Give us a little something slower. You can build. You don't have to be boom, 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 bam, 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 bam. It feels like it's just like a nonstop boom, 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 boom. It was a good show, and they did almost 1.3 mil, which is great. I love that both shows aren't competing with each other. NXT was up to 809, 810, whatever it was. Let's just say 900,000 when it's all said and done. AEW was over 1 mil. That's great. My main gripe with, like you said, AEW is you just simmer down, slow it down, let the stories build naturally, organically. Let the talent do the work. You don't have to be bang bang. Yeah, you want to come off. You want to come off bang bang to start? That's fine. You want to finish bang bang? That's fine. Slow it down just a little bit. You can have bang bang moments, but I agree with you. So I disagree with you. I thought WrestleMania Night 1 was some of the best WrestleMania I've ever seen. And I thought Night 2 sucked. I did not like Night 2 at all. The main event was great. I just thought the story, there was a lack of story and everything involved in Night 2. Night 1, though, for me, nonstop, awesome stuff, great storytelling in the ring. I absolutely loved even the Bad Bunny stuff, which I can't believe I'm saying. I mean, I thought he did a great job. Again,
He did.
I give credit where credit's due. I thought LT did a great job. I think he did a great job. He did even better. I mean, you could see that he's been training in the ring. And then just everything from the Bianca stuff, you know, just the whole card was great. I did like the Sami Zayn, Owen stuff. Obviously, I love those two paired together. It just saddens me that it's going to be like a Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens thing. It'll never take off. I thought NXT Takeover was incredible as well. I actually like Night 1 better than Night 2 a little bit.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, a little bit. I actually didn't even watch the main event tonight too. I just had no interest because I knew what was going to happen. But Night 1 was great. And yeah, I thought both shows, the follow-up shows were great as well. And that's kind of our pro wrestling talk here at the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast this week. We usually sprinkle it in during the show, but we just wanted to give you a quick take at the end there. And I don't know. All right, so that's it. Joe,
Yeah.
We're finished.
That's it.
That's
it,
a wrap.
man.
That's a wrap.
Wrap this.
And guys, thank you so much. I hope you watch this video. I hope that you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the like button, hit the notification button. We're going to be on here weekly. It's going to be uncensored, the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast, uncensored. I'll try to post this to the major podcast platforms as well. We're going to get our last podcast episode out. It's going to be a kind of, we're working from behind right now. So come here, view this. We're going to get podcast episodes back. What we're going to eventually do is actually turn these into podcast episodes when I have the time to edit. And we're going to actually create this uncensored thing like naturally, man. It's just going to be fun. It's going to be uncensored, unedited, unscripted. Well, to a certain extent. You saw we have a little bit of a script. And that's it. Go over to social media. Instagram, Twitter, at SQD Circle OFP. Again, if you're over here on YouTube, it's the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, hit the like button. It always helps us. And Joe, that's a wrap. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate everything you do for us in
no
the
problem.
podcast. We'll get the audio, video like to a T. And that's it, guys. Remember, the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast is the gold standard in wrestling figure collecting.
Pato.